Okay, welcome into the live stream. Today we're going to do this design that's on screen. And I'm going to try to do it as quickly as possible because I'm having connection issues with my internet. Not sure what's going on. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do this design. I do have it done as a baseball, but looking at it, we can see that this season, it's the same word, but the design looks slightly different. So I don't want to copy it because of the shape of this. Okay, because of the shape of this, I really don't want to copy it. So what I will do, let's see, I will go ahead and do my ball. So now let's walk through this real quick. Good morning. How are you? How are you? Welcome in. Thank you for the daily heart me. Thank you so much. Okay, so I have avoided doing this bowl. First of all, let's analyze the design. Let's look at it. What I'm going to do is definitely not do these divots because it's gonna just take me all the way out to stitch this thing out. All right, and the divots, I mean like these circular things that's on the side here. We are not going to do those individually. Because then if we do them and we connect them, those extra string is gonna look, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna like those strings, so I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna use a different approach to create the look of a ball and then do this season on top of it. Maybe right here. Maybe the bottom of my A. Yep. And then pull it out and see. Okay, I'll have to adjust this. I don't know if I'm liking this. Let's adjust this a little. Okay. A little more. And hide my stitches. Okay. So let's see. Let's work with that. All right, because I don't want to do the divots, I'm gonna go ahead and make this a, let me adjust my settings. Do I want it to be 079? Let's see. 52. I don't know if I want it to be that tiny. Just adjust this a little more. 85. Maybe bigger. Let's say 95. Okay. All right, that's the effect I want. So it looks like it's coming forward. So I added an effect on it. I think I can work with that. That would avoid me from having to do these divots because it does look like a ball now. Right? It does look like an actual ball, like, you know, have the dimension of a ball. I think this size should be good. Let me see if I could adjust it even more. Okay, yeah. Maybe even bigger should be cool. I could have left it how it was. Yeah. Yeah, I'll work with that. Let's bring the design back. Thank you. Let's bring the design back. This is me using, I am in Welcome. As you guys know, I am in Welcome, but this is me using the tools that I have in Welcome because I refuse to do these little divots on the side. That's why I've been avoiding doing this design. So now that is in place, I'm gonna put my words on top of it. But before I do that, I'm gonna do my outline on the side, like these right here. So I'll go ahead and use my fill tool. This is being recorded and I'm going to post it on the tube. We are live streaming on TikTok right now, but I will post it on YouTube, which I have been doing. So if you guys are following me on YouTube, you can go on and you will see all, well, not all and not every and all. I just started this week, but I have been posting them daily. So the one I did yesterday, I will post it when I get off this live. So if you're missing it or you want to see my entire screen, you can go on there and look. Good morning, you guys. Good morning. It is Wednesday. We have training tonight. So I wanted to hop on real quick. I'm a bit late, but better late than never, right? Better late than never. And I knew that we started the sport. We did the baseball. We also did the football. And I can't remember which other one we did, but I have been avoiding doing the golf. So I'm doing it now. All right, let me bring my stitches back. And I'm gonna work this to the ball that I have in front of me. So let me go into my reshape. And I'm gonna adjust this to suit what I have in front of me, which is this. And just adjust it to fit that. I need my outlines on. Okay, let me see where I am. Okay, so start here. I look twisted up here, don't I? Yep. Have it on the wrong side. I'm working with the design. I am adjusting it to suit my purpose. Remember, our image is a guide. And what we interpret from that is our design. So we could interpret anything, quite frankly. I want to, that is cool, but right here, I need to pull it out. Just a tab more. Because I do not want to touch my ball again. So let's pull this side in as well. I twisted it again. And put it on either side of it. Just a little adjustment. All right, I'm gonna bring that back and see. I'm liking that. Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna change it to blue. Hide my design. See that? I love it. I love this effect. So what I will do here is duplicate it and mirror it and use my arrow key to move it in place. Stop, bring my design back. And we know that our right and left is not exactly proportional, and that's fine. Bum, bum, bum. Let me hide my stitches and see where I am exactly. I think I'm good, and I'll leave it right there. Not really. Let's go back into reshape and adjust this side. I'll even bring it down further, just a little. Okay, where am I? Work with my green. Let's bring this on either side. So sometimes you still have, you know, little edits to do. And that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Just bring it on either side. Okay, where am I with this one? Bring this in and over, in and over, in and over. I think that's good. Let's bring the stitches back. Hide my design. Okay, that looks cool. We're gonna follow the darker part of it. Of course, we can come in and do outlines. We can do the white outline, the black outlines, but I'm just gonna focus for now on this dark blue. That's what I'm gonna focus on. So let me go ahead and I'm gonna hide these for now because I don't want to see their outline, and start with my T. All right, we're gonna be using our column and runs. So I'm gonna start here and just work my way over. We are manually digitizing this design. And for the most part, as you guys can see, we run up on or come in contact with a lot of letters, a lot. I love digitizing manually. Not all the time, but sometimes you have to. And I think learning or knowing how to is great. And then having the software where you don't have to sometimes is great too. We all have different softwares or may have different softwares. So I think learning how to manually digitize is a plus, because like this T that I'm doing right here, I could spend hours looking for a font that matched that. Hours. So this is what I teach in my community. Tonight we do have digitizing training. We are continuing our blending. We may work on a leaf or we may work on a petal. We got to take it small steps at a time, or small steps, not small steps at a time. So if you're interested in learning how to manually digitize, check the link in my bio. It will bring you to this page if I would click on it. And it's the first link on top. The second one is for the pricing system, but this one will take you into the community. Right, let me, so what I will do is do my I, run into my S, and then come back and do that dot. All right, so I'm running up the middle because I'm gonna come back in and do a center run. You can always come up the side as well, but because I am going to come in, not a center run, an edge run, I'm gonna put an edge run on these columns. I'm making it come up the middle of my design. So I'm literally using it as a center run right now. So it depends. Let me stop you here, and I will keep you going there, and I'll stop you here. Okay, let's work all the way down this column. My angles, I'm gonna adjust them once I'm done. Not tonight. I have digitizing training tonight in my community. Tonight, y'all, I may just be in Welcome because we are doing some blending work. We use 3 different softwares in our training. We use Stitch Artist, Hatch, and Welcome. And we are in there for maybe 2.5 to 3 hours. And I progress through each software. So we normally start with Stitch Artist, we move into Hatch, and then we end with Welcome, showing how to do the same design in all 3 software. But blending, it's a little trickier. I'm not saying that you cannot do it in Stitch Artist, but the stitches just look different on the screen from within the software. Okay, so where do I want to go and what do I want to do? I want to go this way. I want to go that way. Back to my column. So I'm using my runs to connect my object. because I don't want my design to have all these stops. We know when we are pricing, when we get to pricing for our stitch out, we see how how it affects the price. We see how the different color changes and trims and stops, it takes the price up. So if I can digitize my design to minimize my color changes and my trims and stops, that's what I want to do. I want to bring this down a little more so I can engage it better. That one up here is wrong, so I'm going to change it right now. It's gonna give me problems. I'm going to stop right here. And let's run on over. Okay, so I can come back in all the way around with that. And let's go into here. Welcome in, guys. Welcome to the live stream. Okay, my eyes are locked on my screen right now. So I will check my phone in a minute to see if anyone has any questions. If you have questions, put it in the chat. All right, and I'm gonna work my way all the way over. See it all the way over. Dun, dun, dun. Let's close this up. And let's bring it back. Let's hide the design as well. I'll probably make this tatami because depending on how wide or how big we're gonna make it, I'll probably make it tatami, but this is gonna stitch out all in one. Let's bring this back. And I'm gonna do this. You can do it using your circle tool. You can use your column tool. You could use your fill tool. All three will do the same thing. I'm gonna stick with my column because I already have it selected. And just, okay, there we go. Okay. All right, let's move down. It's gonna stop. And I started with that. Normally I would start here. So I'll do it and then I'll move them around. Let me change this color. Let me change this color to navy blue. Let me change this to navy blue as well and group it. And that's what I wanted to do right there. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I'm gonna come. Did I hide you? Is that what I did? Let me unhide it. All right, you see that right there? That's perfect. That is so perfect, but I want to start with that. I want to start with that and I want to end with this one. So let me just move this. Let me just rearrange real quick. And I want to move you up as well. Ooh. Okay, I want to move you up as well. So I'm going to move you to about here. And about there. And I'm going to move my start. No. Correct. You are correct. Let's move this here and readjust this. Where's my stop? There we go. Now all of this is gonna stitch out in one. Okay, it's gonna start with this. Let's check the start stop point. I need it to start here and there. Then it's gonna go into my T. Perfect. Perfect. All right, let's group that. That's perfect. That's exactly how I wanted to stitch out. All right, so now I'm gonna move to my middle and work my way down. Okay, I'm gonna start with my H. I'm gonna start with my H. We can do this in one piece. I think I want to do it as a, let me check the last one, see what I did. I did it in 2 pieces, 3 pieces actually. So let's keep that same thing going. This H is different, so I can do it in one whole piece. I think I will. I think I will. Yeah. So we're gonna use our fill, and I'll do it in one whole piece. That way we could convert it to an applique if we want to. It'll be easier. We don't have to come in and do an outline. We'll just convert it. Okay, down. And I'm starting with the middle letter. Even though I have stitches under this, I'm starting with the middle letter. You can start anywhere you want. Let me make that clear. But I'm starting with the middle letter. I'm going to rearrange once I'm done, and I am going to make these stitch out first and then move to the outline and everything else. Okay, and over up. We're going to make this a tatami. Let's go straight across. Right now it's satin. Okay, we'll make it tatami. Then I'll move to my T. I may not have a choice. It may have to stop, trim, tie off, but we'll see. Do I want to do an outline on this? Let me not think about it too hard. Let's just finish the basic structure of it, and then we'll see where we want to take it. But I have been avoiding doing the Gulf design of it, because I was like, I don't want to do these divots on the side because I don't want the design to have to stop so many times. Interpreting the design, you decide the final look of it. Okay, I have to change that. I didn't choose my angle and it chose it for me. So sometimes we want it to look exactly like the image, but you have to adjust it. So I have to go ahead and convert this to tatami. Go into select, and we're gonna go ahead and do the E. Let's convert this to tatami right away and do the E. So even though they all say this the season, the shape of the letters, the shape is slightly different. So I can't rinse and repeat. I'm doing this manually because it may take me the same amount of time to edit it. I don't want to do all that. I just don't. Sometimes it's just quicker to do it manually and to, sit down there and be changing all them nodes. So I didn't want to do that. That's why I am doing it manually. Make sure I catch that in. Enter and go. Okay, let me see. My reshape going. Start there. End there. See, sometimes my software be doing whatever it wants. Whatever it wants. I didn't put that angle in there, but it changes. See, my start stop point moved. My device is overheating. I'm trying to tell you. Okay, let me start you at the bottom this time and move you at the top. Where my angle? Where's my angle? It's at the bottom. Okay, cool. Now let's try you. I'm trying to tell you. It just moves. It moves and put itself wherever it want to put itself. Okay. So now the bottom letters, and we almost finished. I'm working with the darker part. I did this S before, but it looks a little different. Yeah, it looks a little different. So let's just go ahead and manually digitize it. Go back to my column tool. And as you guys could see, it's not difficult, right? It's not difficult. You're gonna look at your design, you're gonna analyze your design, you're gonna path your route, mean map out your route that you want to take. You want to look to see where you want to end up to help you decide where you want to start. And then you're going to interpret the design. That is off. Let me see if the other one is off. No, that's fine. To make it work for embroidery, not the other way around. You're going to interpret it to help it work for embroidery. I'm going to turn off my stitches and go back into my run and then into my film. Okay, I'll be hopping off mad early. Once I'm done with this, I'll hop off because I have to get ready for training tonight and I have a bunch of different stuff. All right, so we're gonna keep going. If the next node I put down does not correct this, then I'll come back and, right? If it doesn't correct it properly and it didn't, so that means I stretched it out a little too far on this turn. And I'll come up here. Back to my run. Ah, wrong tool, back to my run. And back to my column. So I'm just changing tools. Okay, I'm just changing tools as I go. I'm going from run. And literally in this design, we used all three of our tools. We used our run stitch, we used our column, we used our fill in some parts. We have been working on on these. I would start it and then I would just stop. Okay, that's the E, where we want to start with the E. I'm just simply running up the middle of my design. I'm using my run stitch as a center run right now. You can run it along the edges and use it as an edge run. But because I know I'm gonna come back in and add edge runs to these columns, that's why I'm running up the middle. If I'm not gonna add any edge run, then I would use my run stitch right here as my edge run. Let's see if that writes itself. Cool. It's not difficult at all. And back to my column. And always consider this your first draft. Once you are done, this is my run, I'm still in my run stitch. Once you're done, you're gonna come in and do your edits to make sure that these turns are turning perfectly. Let's come on down here. Turn my angle slightly. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Stop it. And up. Stop it. Okay, onto my S. Back to the column. All right, so I'll keep going back and forth because now I'm just using my run and my column tool to complete the rest of these lettering. Can we say that digitizing is simple? It's simple. It's simple. Yes, there is a lot of moving parts that's happening at the same time, a lot of things that you have to consider and think about without even realizing that you have to consider and think about it, or that you are thinking about it, that you do. But it's simple. Okay, I normally start on my inside, but that's fine. I normally do. And then you have all the beauty stuff that you can put in after. All these outline, when I say the beauty stuff, I mean the outlines. You can use motifs, all of that good stuff. Let me see when I get here. Let's back up a smidge. Let's see when I get here what I want to do. Which way am I going with this? Around that way? Okay, cool. Okay. And back to my column. I absolutely do. I do. I teach inside. So the question is, do you teach by any chance? I do. Inside of my community crafting club, we actually have digitizing training tonight. If you want to be part of our community, you can check the link in my bio, which will take you to this page. And it's the first option. And I also offer one-on-ones as well. Where am I? Okay, I do. We are finishing up blending today. And then we will probably move back into lettering, because this is something that you see all the time, or most of the time. You will see it in a design. Yesterday we did this. It's a letter. Yeah, it have all of these pieces in between, but it's a letter nevertheless. It's not a font. You're welcome. It is not a font that I can find in any font family. It kind of sort of looked like a regular font, but then the graphic of it is different. So learning how to digitize manually, we understate it or we underplay it or we don't really pay attention to it too much because we figure we can just come in our software and just type it out and boom, we got it, right? It's done. But knowing how to, when you know how to digitize manually, you're able to come in and tweak a font. Some TrueType fonts don't really translate well. You still have to come in and adjust it a little bit. So I'm going to start my O up here and I'm in my column tool. Okay, I think I want to start, I'll adjust that run stitch in a minute because I think I want to start right here. So I'm going to start it here. And I'm going to stop there. Yeah, I'm going to stop there. And then I'm going to come over here and start this back here. Once I'm done, I'm going to make sure that those two pieces look as if they are going to run into each other. And I'm gonna stop here. Do a run. You can do a auto run, or you can do a manual run. I call my manual run a jump. So when you all hear me say jump, that's what I'm talking about, a manual run stitch. So you can use either one. You can use your run stitch tool or your manual run. So I'm gonna make my way around. This one is gonna be continuous. It's not gonna stop. And I'm gonna come here to pick it up. That's too big. Try this again. And then here. Okay, that's better. That's better. All right, I'm gonna end here. And I'm gonna run up. We're almost done. We're on the end. We are on the end. So let's run up. Again, running up the center. I'm running up the center. You don't have to. You could go up the sides. And I'm gonna work my way down. I'm gonna come right here. And over here so I can get that properly. And over here. And down. And then right there. I want to catch all of it. I want to get all of it. Just look at this and see. Okay. I'm not going to do any run because I'm going to start this one about right here. Okay. Up. And like that, we're almost finished. It doesn't take a long time to do this. It literally takes me sometimes longer to figure out what route I want to go or analyze in my design than it does for me actually putting the stitches down. Once I know where I want to go, then the process becomes so much simpler. And I'm gonna go up. And that's it. We are done. Bring the stitches back. Hide the design. All right, so now I'm gonna unhide. All right, so now this is the gulf. And this is baseball, softball. That's the image. And those are the stitches. All right, so guys, I have to hop on off real quick. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Thank you all for joining the live stream. Thank you all for stopping by. Those of you who followed me, thank you all so much. Thank you all for liking the live. I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll do another fantastic design. Continue to do what you all love and love what you all do. Remember, your talents is going to grow your craft. Strategies is what is going to build your business.